You've heard consistency is key, but what does that mean? My name is Ellie, I am a vegan brand designer, and today you're gonna learn exactly what consistency in branding means. Stick around! First, an example. One time I was watching Netflix, I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was doing the dishes at the same time. Now, if you don't know Brooklyn Nine-Nine, here's a little outline. Every episode starts with a cold open, usually with the main cast. And it's funny, this episode, on the other hand, started with a prisoner carrying bus flipping over and causing mayhem. I was very confused because that's not how this usually starts. I was panicking. I was doing the dishes. Wait, is this right? Am I watching the right show? My hands are full of dish soap. Do I have to wash them? What is going on? Right when I was panicking, the title card started playing. The intro started playing. And I was like, oh, I guess I am watching the right show. What a complicated situation. That doesn't matter at all, but it was a little panicky. So to recap, why did I tell you the story? I was expecting something to happen. The cold open. When something very different happened, which made me confused and stressed. Now this was just a show. I could easily wash my hands, check my Netflix, see if everything was okay. Not a big deal. Now let's put this in the context of branding. What happens when your website looks like one thing and your social media looks like another thing? What happens when your shop has an outdated logo on it? The packages don't match. Their color scheme doesn't match. People become confused. They become lost. And do you trust things that make you confused and lost, that give you that weird vibe? No, you don't. You run away because we're humans. I learned recently, look, I'm in my 20s and I'm still learning about life. I realized recently that humans, as much as we think that we act by logic and what makes sense, we do not. We react to life with instincts. Those little moments of, oh no, this is a strange situation, I should run away.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Very rarely do we stop to think, no, let's look around, let's see what happens. No, you get a bad vibe, you run away. That is just how we operate. It's human. Being consistent means setting up expectations and then delivering on them. And just to clarify, that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine was super fun and I laughed a lot. And it's a good episode. It just threw me off. Sometimes shows do this and I've been confused many times. So here are some things to help you be consistent in your brand. Your brand identity. Now, brand identity is like, it's almost the last step in your branding, but it is the first thing your potential customers will see. Your logo, your typeface, your colors, your patterns, your shapes, all of these things separately, they have to speak just a little bit about who you are, and they have to remind people of what you do. Or at the very least, they have to make an impression, a good impression. Bad publicity is still publicity, but it's not attractive. It's just not. The same ways that us humans take a couple of seconds to look at people and make a judgment about them. It's about like 10 seconds-ish. Same thing happens with your brand. There's a study that shows that people looked at a brand and in 10 seconds, they had their whole opinion formed. Can your brand make a good impression in 10 seconds? Whether it is your website, your social media, your physical store, your packaging. On that note, Apple does an amazing job at packaging. That's one of the reasons why you see crazy Apple fanboys, and I say that, but I am an Apple sheep. Not necessarily, not always, but oh, the feeling of unboxing an Apple product, it's just hard to beat. It's hard. It's just so satisfying. It is. If you have an Apple product, you know this. It's just, I could ramble on and on about packaging. Let's just move on. On this note, comment below your favorite store. It could be any brand, store, whatever. For me, even though I just spoke about Apple, it's Starbucks. I just love Starbucks. And I know. Like, I know that their coffee is not the best in the world. I know that. It's just the vibe. Again, the word vibe. You know, you go to Starbucks, at least in my town, you go to Starbucks, you see the cashiers, the counter where they make the coffee. There's a beautiful art right when you enter, right in front of you, and right here is where people are eating, the tables, the lights, the colors. I just love it. The ambiance, am I saying that right? Probably not. It's just great. So for me, it's Starbucks. You can go there, you see all these people working on their laptops, they're and you're like, I can be productive here. Yes. But on your breaks, you can also look at the art, listen to the music, look outside the window. Doesn't matter if it's cold, if it's hot outside, it doesn't matter. It's just calming. I just like Starbucks. Oh, and their packaging, I will do a video about Starbucks packaging because I've been collecting them because I cannot throw them away. They are works of art. They're just beautiful. Oh. Sorry, consistency in branding. It got away from me. The second thing to keep in mind, tone of voice. Plus your values, they make messaging. The tone of voice in your brand is how you communicate with your audience. So every time you tweet, every time you post on social media, that's also Twitter. Even ads running, right? Everything that you use to communicate with your target audience, that also speaks for your brand. For example, this is something that might be a little hard to separate if you are in the older generation. If your target market are millennials, you cannot try to communicate with them using Gen Z terms. They will understand it, but it will feel out of place. There will be a disconnect, and you don't want that. You want to connect, right? Tone of voice, language, slang, jargon, technical jargons, which is a word that I recently learned. A very strange word. Sounds like a fruit. Jargon or Jarvis. I love the MCU, by the way. That doesn't matter, sorry. So you want to avoid that possible disconnection as much as possible. Now, values. Let's talk about values. In this politically charged world that we live in today, and it's not just the US, it's everywhere. It's all the countries. Probably has always been. May have blown up more due to social media, but either way, you get it. Value consistency is incredibly important. And I'm getting super serious right now, but it's true. If you're all about sustainability and you preach about sustainability, never do or say anything that may hint otherwise. There was another study done with Gen Zers show that Gen Zers prefer to buy from companies that share their values. So if they see that you're not consistent, they will ask questions. They will boycott you. And in the worst of situations, there will be a movement born on social media that could end you. Now, I am speculating here. Many celebrities' careers have ended or are in a very gray area right now because they did or said something very bad in the past. Cancel culture, you're probably familiar with it. Now, I will not give an opinion on cancel culture because it's, again, a gray area. One thing that happened that I will always love, and no, I will not hold my tongue in this. Again, Gen Z, TikTok. A bunch of kids on TikTok rallied up a bunch of other kids on TikTok. They went and bought tickets for a Trump rally with the intention of never showing up to make Trump look like an idiot. And did it work? Well, right after that, Trump tried to ban TikTok from the US. Now, I don't know how connected the two things are. It could be just speculation. Now, I don't want to give you fake information. But the timing is very interesting, isn't it? They made Trump look like an idiot. He tried to ban the platform. I mean, he couldn't because the American company bought it. It doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is, you screw with them, you are dead. It is my opinion, at least. You should be very careful. So if you preach about values, never do or say anything that goes against that. And if you do, I don't want to talk about this, but another example, take from this what you may. It's Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, if you don't know, you probably do, very famous doctor on YouTube, and social media, I guess. Yeah, fine, social media. A couple months ago, since COVID started last March, he was teaching people about COVID, what to do, what not to do, how to stay healthy, advising people not to go out, and if you have to, wear a mask, blah blah. You remember that. But what happened a couple months ago was he went to a party, and a photo of him in a party with like 30, 15 people, with a lot of people, no masks, was leaked. I don't know if it was leaked as much as it was posted on the social medias. And all hell broke loose. He lost a ton of subscribers. He got a lot of hate comments. I myself was a fan of Dr. Mike. And look, he made an apology video, which he didn't even post on his personal channel, his main channel. So, again, a gray area, but it was really bad. That's literally what happened to him. Values. He talked about something, he was very clear on that something, and then he flipped. Now, I don't know if what he said on his apology video was right, was true. I don't know that. I can't know. What I know was that people were very, very, very angry. He bounced back, but that stain will always be there. You know, people who used to trust him for all the information that he gave, maybe they don't anymore. Even him saying, look, don't let my actions come between you and having the right information, because I am giving you the right information. Trust was lost. A lot of people don't trust him anymore, and his brand suffered. I don't know if it's still suffering, probably, maybe. So maybe you are a brand that is too big to fail, or maybe you're not. I wouldn't take any chances. And on that note, when you set expectations and you deliver on those expectations, trust is built. Trust is established. If they trust you, they know they can count on you. When they know that they can count on you, they will be happy to buy from you. And they will keep coming back. And isn't that what every business wants? Loyal customers that are happy to share their brand. That's like hitting jackpot. But not really hitting as much as carving the way to jackpot. You get it. So I want to ask you, how are you being consistent with your branding? Because as we have established today, that is incredibly important. And if you don't know how to do it, you need help, you need direction, reach out to me, comment down below and say, hey, will you help me do this branding stuff? Because I am a designer, I am studying brand strategy. So I don't want to lie to you, I'm going to be honest with you. I am a brand designer. I am still studying brand strategy. It's very complicated. I want to get it right. So if you are willing, we can talk. To the first person that reaches out, I'm going to give you like 60% a discount because I want to help. So, okay, my mission statement. I want to help vegan brands, vegan companies get so big that they become mainstream and that everyone knows about them and that people know that there are better products for them to consume. And I want like a lot of vegan brands to just get out there, you know, and start reviving it, because we don't kill. No, we don't. Reviving it, because the more vegan companies there are there, the more supply there is, the more demand there is. You can get to remote locations, countries and towns that just have a really hard time getting vegan food and vegan products because there are no local companies doing that, you know? So they have to import. It's the case for me. I live in it's a mid city, you know, it's not small, but it's not super big. And every vegan product that we have here is imported. So it's very expensive. So I want everyone to be able to afford vegan products. By making them affordable is how we're gonna get the world to go vegan. And, you know, sustainability positively impact climate change. Stop killing animals when we don't need to. There are so many myths around food, like calcium. Come on. Broccoli, beans, so many other foods, plant-based foods, have so much more calcium than cow milk. Come on, you know? It's just, I know, we're vegans, it's frustrating. It's super frustrating. You don't have to kill cows to get beef now, because there are companies that have developed something that's very similar to beef, and you can just enjoy that. Plus, it's not gonna weigh on your heart. Plus, it's a lot more healthy. So the planet wins, the animals win, and we win. It's a 3-win situation if the whole world goes vegan. I know this scenario is not the best, but I hope that my message got across. Consistency is key. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And remember, for branding,